Shalom. Kahala Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Bahashim Akakwatash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us just truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that are pushing the word of truth and its sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. The Akwat that are listening, learning, being a pillar of rest. 144,000 and one third, the hopeful elect of Israel. I am the brother Yahshua, one back with the WW3 Daily update. Shalom and salutations to you all. We're going to start at 2nd Ezra 15 and Carmanians. Not Carmanians, but dragons. So let's show you who the dragons are. So this is 2nd Ezra 15 and 28. Behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east. Okay? East Asia. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots. Salakia, West Asia. Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon the earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. So the dragons are the Arab nations. Okay, now we jump down here to 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand. Who are the dragons fighting against? Okay, well here it says the land of the Assyrians. Okay, which this is talking about Babylon the Great. Well, who's working with Babylon the Great? Who is Babylon fighting for over there, right? Well, the so-called Israelis. So that makes them the Assyrians too. Okay? Because right here it says also the Iranians, right? Raging in wrath shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them. With who? With the Arabs. Who are the Arabs fighting? They're fighting the so-called Israelis. So if the Carmanians are joining battle with the Arabs, who are they? Who are the Carmanians? Who are the Iranians fighting against? The Israelis and Babylon. Iran knows that they're fighting against America. Where is Netanyahu getting his weapons and money from? Okay, so are we watching this now? Is this what we're watching? Then these, who's these? These, not just the Babylon, but the small hats too, right? The little Satan, if you will. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and kept silenced through their power, and shall flee. All right, had to get through that. So let's see what Scott Ritter is saying. The first thing he's going to say is that Israel's getting their ass kicked. Lucky. All right. This is Judge Napolitano judging freedom 1 hour ago. Scott Ritter, Hezbollah, Syria, Iranian axis backed by Russia. This is what's new. 1 hour ago. This is what's new in the war in the Middle East right now. Take it away, Scott and Judge.
Israel is desperate right now. They got their butts handed to them by Hezbollah. They had
and shall flee, and these shall turn and flee, troubled, bled, and shall run like bitches. Let's start this again. Israel's getting their ass kicked. He's saying it right there. Is this what we're watching right now? Straight out of the script.
Israel is desperate right now. They got their butts handed to them by Hezbollah. They had to call for a ceasefire, and that right now they saw a situation where the perception was that Syria was fruit ripe for the picking. That if you did this right, you could knock Syria out of the equation, take Assad out of the equation, thereby break up the linkage between Iran, Syria, and Hezbollah that had Iranian weapons flowing in. Hezbollah was felt to be, tied down because of the desire of the Lebanese people, and Iran was clearly not seeking a broader conflict. And so the feeling was that this action could. I think this is an important question because what it says is everybody's talking about Turkey calling the shots. Israel called the shots. Turkey had an operation that was planned to take place in March. This was the Turkish plan. Israel said, no, we have to act now because by March, there's a new president. He may come in and shake things up, all these pieces.
Israel said we got to act now. That's a scripture. All right. It's Jeremiah 49 and 20. Okay. That's the least of the flock shall draw them out.
We need to go now. And it was Israel that wants to remember. Israel was involved in the pagers going off amongst the Syrian military. They planned it, they executed the timing, they're clearly involved. Israel's been behind Turkish intelligence in almost everything they've done, what they've been doing in Azerbaijan, what they've been doing in Kurdistan, and what they've been doing in northern Syria. Israel is the hidden hand here. And Israel wanted this offensive. They were hoping that the offensive would be very successful. It appears that it is stalled, which is why, in a moment when Israel asked for a ceasefire with Lebanon or with Hezbollah because they're exhausted, suddenly this shows how desperate they are. They're talking about opening up a southern front against Syria to draw reinforcements away because they can't afford to have this gambit fail. If this gambit fails, it's going to solidify the Hezbollah, Syria, Iranian axis backed by Russia.
Woo! And there you have it. There's your update. Woo! Okay, and that's what's going to happen. You already know that the shit's going to spiral out of control. Let's go back to that. Okay. Here's where we're at. Okay. Here's where we're at. Second Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15. And 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. Okay. Being helped by the Carmanians. You see that? And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, right? If they stop fighting among themselves, Sunni against Shiite and so on, if they cut all that out and come together, right, in great power to persecute them, who's them? Israel and Babylon the Great, the Americans. Okay. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. He just said they're running like bitches right now, didn't he? Anyway, we're going to end it right there. We hope that they like, ratified your brothers and few sisters. With that, I'm going to say shalom.